It'll only take you 2 minutes. I've had no chance to sneak out. I've been on my case since this morning.
Oh, all right then. Come on.
Right. £10 each way, triple peel at Leicester, 2.45.
All right, Jack.
Looks like we've found our culprit.
She has only got it into her head that I'm not allowed to bet on the other horses because I've got one myself.
Oh, yeah?
Right, give me a drink for you, son.
Cheers, thank you. Oh, hello, gentlemen. Can I get you something?
That's very kind. Isn't that very kind, Norris?
Very.
I'll have a scotch and thread. Norris, what can the lad get you?
Oh, well, I'll have a pound with you if you don't mind.
Jack, when you're ready.
Right, come.
You're looking well, are you well?
I'm fine, thank you, yes.
Ain't you looking well, Norris?
Very.
When's your lovely young missus due back?
This weekend.
Oh, you'll have missed her, won't you?
Yes, I have.
A lovely young couple. I said they're a lovely couple. Our sort of man.
Oh, indeed, yes.
Speaking more geometrically, how do you think you're squaring up in the Brotherhood?
Well,
How long have you been with us now?
9 months.
It's never 9 months since you took the oath.
Well, what are you doing on Friday?
Only, we'd like you to come to a small meeting at the Rectangle.
What sort of meeting?
Oh, sure, sort of.
Suffice to say, it would be in your interest to turn up.
Really? Jack, I'll get the...
Nay, lad, let me do this.
Oh, thank you.
Nah, you reach a stage where having a kid seems like the next step. Oh, yeah. I mean, I couldn't stand thought of kids, not for years. But now it just seems right.
That's the way it goes, isn't it? You know, you get married, you get bored with each other, then you start wishing you'd never got married. But you know that's wrong because you feel guilty, so what do? You have kids, don't you? And that way you're committed to each other whether you like it or not. Happy families. Happy, neurotic, repressed little families.
Who do you think you are? Robbie Coltrane?
Phone number and the address.
And did you tell him that you're pregnant as well?
No, he says not, but what's it matter? As soon as he's out, he's going to be straight round, and then it's only a matter of time, isn't it, before he finds out? Can I move in here? Me and Jamie, can we?
Moving a couple of streets away is going to solve that.
No, it's right, love.
What am I supposed to do, get next bus to Bolivia?
Go and see him.
Hey?
Go and see him at the prison. Go and talk to him.
Have you heard him?
Oh, come on, he can't do now, surrounded by a couple of 100 screws, can he?
No, he can't, but he can when he gets out, though, can't he?
You don't know that, do you?
I do know. I know what he's like, Jack.
When was the last time you saw him?
I don't know, 2 years?
Well, you don't know what he's expecting when he gets out, do you? If he knows that you don't feel the same way, maybe...
He knew that. He knew that before he got sent down. It still didn't stop him thinking he owned me. He's going to be straight round to duff me up second he's out.
You don't know. That is the point. It might be in your interest to go and find out how he does feel. And if it looks as if he's going to cause some kind of trouble, we can make plans.
Look, we look after you, love, won't we, Jack?
Look, I'm just saying you might be jumping the gun. He might not give a toss about little Ujar there.
So she was perfectly civil?
Well, yes, up to a point. And she didn't make it hard for me. He tried to, General Montgomery, but I'm not bothered what he thinks.
No, neither am I. I don't know why she puts up with it.
So I'd just leave it for a few weeks.
Why don't I pop round after work?
No, I don't think that's a...
Now that you've paved the way.
Just leave it. Just give it time. That's what's needed now, more than anything.
Any road, how come you reckon to know so much about marriage? You've never been married, have you?
Haven't I?
Have you?
Well, I might have.
You haven't even got a boyfriend.
Haven't I?
Well, where is he then? Never comes in here, does he?
Well, between me and you, I prefer women.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good job. Because most men I know would run a mile from you.
Fancy being a square dealer, Ken?
No. Funnily enough, rolling up my trouser leg and burying my chest with a ritually slaughtered chicken balanced on my head while I chant some gibberish with a few other blokes has never really appealed to me.
We don't do that sort of thing.
No. The point is, if you were interested, Curly's a lad to get you in. He's on the way up now, isn't he? Eh?
You don't know that.
Well, what was all that about then, eh?
I wish you'd keep your voice down.
Hey, big mates, buying you drinks, whispering, giggling like a lot of little girls.
Did your horse win?
Get hell.
I tried to tell you not to go round.
Well, that's it now, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, what more can I do? If she won't accept an apology, if she's going to be obtuse.
What are you going to do about those?
I don't know. Do you want them?
Well, no, not really. You could put them back on the shelf.
No.
Why not? They've not been opened. You get your money back.
Let's go home.
What about these?
Oh,
leave them there. Perhaps somebody needy will find them.
You said I could have a couple next year when you breed them.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I bet you want to be sending your own pigeons down the Weymouth, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well then.
You think my dad would like pigeons?
I don't think they let him have pigeons, son.
No, when he comes back.
Well, you'll have to ask him.
When he comes back, can I fetch him to see him?
I think it might be better if we ask Bobby Frost, because he's got a right nice posh loft, hasn't he, Bobby? Right, garlic in the water. You know how to do that, son, don't you?
Yeah, it stinks, this stuff.
Sending your pigeons off tonight.
Aye, last race at season, aye. Yeah.
Would you take Jamie? You're doing me a favour.
Why, what's the...
I'm going to see Carl.
Oh, you've steeled yourself, haven't you?
Well, there's things he's got to be told. And my name's down for tonight.
Well, there's things you can tell him or not to suit yourself. I tell you, when he gets out, I don't want to see him round here.
Who does?
The lad.
I know. And if he knew, he'd want to come, so...
Aye, I'll look after him.
So is this going to take very long, then?
No longer than is necessary.
Oh, right, you see, because I have to get myself to Maidenhead, although I thought I'd leave it a little bit later, with it being a Friday, with the
Come
traffic...
and take a seat, Mr. Watts.
Do you know why you've been summoned?
No, but naturally I've taken a guess.
Do you remember the oath you took? Joining the Brotherhood of Square Dealers?
Yes.
Do you remember the penalties mentioned in that oath? Penalties applying in the case of a brother disclosing things that ought not to be disclosed?
Yes.
Applying in the case of any disclosure of any kind, injurious to the solemnity of the ancient rites and hallowed crafts of the square.
Yes, but you see...
You know that the oath itself is among those rites and hallowed crafts?
Yes. You want me to take another oath, is that it?
You stand accused of disclosing that oath, Mr. Watts.
Me? What? No, I haven't.
You stand accused.
By whom?
It is enough for you to know that you stand accused.
Well, that's not right. I haven't told anybody, anyone, and I wouldn't.
No. Take time to think.
Nobody. And this is ridiculous.
There's nothing ridiculous about these proceedings, Mr. Watts. Far from it. They're very serious, are these proceedings.
And I thought I was invited here to join the inner rectangle.
You revealed the oath, Brother Watts. And you know the penalties.
What, me tongue quartered? I'm buried at the four corners of the eternal rectangle.
So, look, I've got a wee word that there's a bit of a job coming off.
Oh, yeah?
You know the local rugby club? Well, it's got a European grant or something, you know?
Yeah.
New facilities, improvements, whatever that means, you know? Anyway, they're looking for fellas to give a price out.
Where did you hear this?
Jimmy, the electrician, I've been walking about all day having a chat with people, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that'd be a bit big for us, eh?
Oh, behave yourself, will you? Be a good wee earner.
Right, well, if you'd like to sit over there, and I'll get you a...
Oh, fizzy water. All the usual decorations.
Hiya, Ken. Who's your lady friend?
This is no lady, this is my boss.
Oh, we are on the day, aren't we? Yeah, I'm only joking. It's Mrs. Jeffries, isn't it?
Close. Jeffers.
Yeah, of course it is. I've seen it on board outside at school, haven't I?
Yes, it is there.
You and me both. You see, I'm headmistress in here. My name's outside. Anyway, what are you having?
Right, so there's the number of the club secretary, all right? I got it from the local bruiser.
Yeah, okay. Might be worth a call.
Well, I'm putting in a bit of an effort here. You could... Oh, God, you could at least try and show willing.
Yeah, look, you did well, Jim. I'll try and get a sight of the plans. Well done, yeah.
Look, I don't have to think back. I know I haven't disclosed anything. Now, if Jack Duckworth knows more than he should, then it's not down to me.
And why do you mention Jack Duckworth in particular?
Well, he's been going on, hasn't he? You know that yourself.
And is he aware, to your knowledge, of the form of the oath?
I believe he knows the form of the oath, but roughly.
And how do you know that?
Oh, come on, anyone would think I was in court.
Oh, yes, Brother Watts. You sought the fellowship of the craft. You took the oath. And in doing so, you acknowledged the jurisdiction of the craft. And in this court of a master of the square, you have been found guilty, Brother Watts.
Now, nobody's going to cut your tongue out.
7 by 7 are the tasks, and 7 times 7 is your punishment.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
You'll have to perform the 49. The 49 tasks.
And what are they?
You'll learn, lad.
Oh, yes.
Are you going to breed her for next year?
Oh, don't worry. I remember what I said to him.
My dad could build a loft. You could show him.
Jamie, the thing is about pigeons and pigeon fanciers. Them kind of folk, they kind of well settled down, you know, and maybe your dad, you know, he'll want to move on a bit, like when he gets back.
We're going to get a house when he comes back.
Aye, maybe, aye.
With the yard.
Right, put it in there, Jamie.
In the shed.
Jamie, lad, don't make things up, eh? Are you going to stay with me tomorrow and watch them fly in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best bit, isn't it?
Yeah. I made that bit up about the shed.
Aye. You get the clock. Come on. Let's get going.
Right, well, at least we've got some prospects to chase up then, eh?
Aye, fair enough. Keep up the good work, eh?
Right, I'll just go then, shall I?
Some pain medicine. I'll have half a bitter, please.
All right, it's good for you now.
Kids, or is it just me?
Aye.
Oh, dear me. I blame the school, you know. They don't try and teach them manners. You go into a doorway these days and the kids trying to walk through, you're going the other way.
Yeah.
There's never any sort of after you, no matter who you are. Children, because they've never been told.
Yeah, Percy.
Oh, thank you. I think you find that's correct.
Right, love. Oh, sorry, love. Were you wanting serving?
Just a Virgin Mary, please, Vera.
Do you fancy a game of darts?
No, I've had enough exercise for today, lad.
Well, how about you? I fancy playing somebody I might be able to beat.
It's not my game, Mr. Sugden.
Ice and lemon, Worcester sauce.
Yeah.
Will you put out some darts for me, Mrs. Duckworth, please? You know, it's years since I had a game of darts. It really is.
I'm sorry. I've been funny, I know.
Yeah, love. Want tomato juice?
I don't make any bones about it.
You should admit it. I mean, that's new.
Hey, I'm not stupid. There's a few of us in here for bad behaviour, you know.
It's like you always sort of were kidding yourself.
I'll tell you who's got people kidded up. And it's not these in here. It's the fellas in the city.
Carl, what's that got to do with anything?
Sir this, sir that, chairman of the other. And they're getting away with millions.
Carl.
Look, there's a bit of honesty in here. They admit the villains. And they don't expect a knighthood for picking up the loot.
See, Carl. Anybody says you've done something bad, and you just accuse somebody else, they're worse than you, so that makes it all right.
I never said that.
It's how you think. It's what you think.
Oh, all right, I'm bad. Everybody else is a saint, eh? But I've still got a right to see my kid, if he wants to see me.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, so that's all right, is it? Well, I thought you said you wouldn't.
Well, if it weren't for Jamie, I wouldn't even tell you where I was living.
You didn't.
No, because I'm not going back to all that. I'm on my own. I want to be on my own. But if he wants to see you, all right. But I'm thinking about Jamie.
Okay.
Me and you, we're finished. You don't come through that door. We have to get that straight.
You just never believe I've changed, will you?
No. And if you've changed, well, so have I. I just want to be left on my own, bringing up my kids.
Kids?
Kids.
Why?
I've got one on the way.
You talk to me. You talk to me about behaviour. You are still my wife.
But that's finished.
Not according to the law. And not according to me.
Well, now you know I'm going.
You just tell me one thing. How do I know Jamie's my kid?
Jamie is your kid.
Then what right have you got, to carry on the way you do? And you lay down the law to me! You...
God, what's happened to you? Come on now.
What's going on?
It's got nothing to do with you. You just get in there and tell Vera I want her out here now. Come on, girl, you sit.
Let a bloke like that out. He's not fit to walk the streets. They should throw away the key.
Ah, but they won't, will they, eh?
All that I care about is that when he does come out, that he's got no hold over me. I just want him out of my life forever.
Yes, I know this.
You see, he still reckons he's got rights over me. That's why he belted me. I'm his wife, his property.
Well, you can sort that out. Get a divorce.
Oh, yeah, but it all takes time, though, doesn't it?
Well, it don't have to be. Get yourself a good solicitor. And after what he's done to you...
It's all money, though, Vera.
Look, put the pounds and pence out your head. You're part of us now, the Duckworths. You and what you're carrying is part of this family. Am I right, Jack?
Aye. Oh, aye.
Oh, I couldn't ask.
Look, you're not asking. We're telling.
Thank you. Right, I better go and pick up Jamie.
Have you told him?
Oh, how could I?
Well, first things first, you know.
Yeah.
Now, do you want me to come with you?
No, it's all right. It's all right. You've done enough.
Right, I'll show you out, lovely.
No, I'm all right.
No, yeah,
Thank you.
Oh, poor lass.
Aye, you're right, aye. I'll tell you something, Vera.
What?
All this is going to cost us. And I am not just talking about money.
Yeah, and we're going to pay it, Jack. Whatever the cost, aren't we?
Aye, of course.
I'll give her time, Alec. She's hardly set foot on a stage yet.
Well, it's whether she'll give me time, Rita. I mean, they're young nowadays. They're not like our generation. They want everything handed to them on a plate straight away.
Did Fiona say she wanted the limousine parked at the door?
Well, as near as damn it. I mean, she complained about the dressing room.
Oh, the jacuzzi wasn't working.
1 minute.
Well, I must admit, it did leave a bit to be desired. But, I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? That's where you start, and then your desire and your talent takes you through and up.
For some, it does.
Right, love, what you having?
2 pints of
What's
ice,
going on
please.
back there, then?
Mind your own business.
Sorry, I spoon. Right then, Bill, what was it?
You wouldn't have a word with her, would you, Rita?
Well, I can't tell her about the champagne in the ice buckets and the bouquets of flowers. You never got me that far.
I know I should have done. I'm sorry.
I'll have a chat with her.
Come on, then.
Oh, look who's here, Vera!
Rita.
Oh, welcome back, love.
Thank you.
Don't you look a peach?
Hey, look at Curly Cat who got the creamer. He's had a face as long as the Mersey Tunnel while you've been away.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad.
Just building it up for you, man.
Come on, let's give you a proper welcome. Vera, get these two a drink, will you?
Thank you very much. And 2 hot pots, please, Vera.
My pleasure. Jack! Look who's there. We've missed you, haven't we, Jack?
Aye.
There you go, Bill.
Sure, love. Thank you. Nice to see you, Raquel.
Yes, you too, Bill.
There you go. And I've got us pie and chips and all.
Oh, here. What are we celebrating then, William?
Oh, you did well getting that job. Could turn out nicely.
Behave yourself. You have got the look of a man who's about to burst into his own version of Zippity Doodah. That means there's a wee girl in the frame.
Discretion, Jim. Never talk about a lady.
It's Maureen, isn't it?
Could be.
Oh, come on, Willie. You can tell me. Sure, I'm your best mate. What's the date? Look, you're bursting to tell me. Come on, besides, who am I going to talk to? Hey, nobody's speaking to me, are they?
Well, look, it was a date, yeah. But not like what you think.
Oh, no. Well, come on. You can't leave it at that.
No.
Go on.
But hey, mum's a word.
Oh,
there was such a lovely bunch of people, and to be honest, I thought they were all going to be a bit toffee-nosed, you know, but they couldn't have been nice, so they made me so welcomed. And I've made a lovely friend, Lorraine. You'll get to meet her, Kelly.
Anyway, these are on the house.
Oh, no.
And I've got an apology to make to you, Raquel.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Come on round the back. I want a word.
Go on. So, how's things going with the big boys, you know?
You are?
The square dealers. Come on, I've seen you doing your secret whispering doings. Look, you think there's any chance of putting a word in?
Like the word you put in for me, Jack?
What?
Forget it.
Look, I've got to get it off my chest. I should never have let you go.
You seem to have done all right with the new girl.
Oh, Samantha's all right, but she's not you, is she? And the way I did it, I mean, I shouldn't have done it like that.
You did me a favour, Vera.
Yeah, well, that's as may be, but it wasn't uppermost in my mind.
Yeah, well, that's how it turned out, so I should thank you.
But I still wish you were working behind the bar. I really do.
Vera!
I don't.
No names mentioned. I've got money to chuck about, Jack.
Must he come in here and chuck some at me, cup?
Oh, no, getting too good for the likes of him, mate. It's all posh stews and public schools for them, isn't it?
Come on, Don, give it a rest. It's their money. Let them spend it how they like.
That's the whole point. It was my money. They've left me with my pockets turned inside out. I mean, I can't even fork out for my share of the horse this month.
Oh, great. So what we're going to do? Not feed the leg you own this month? See how it goes on with 3 healthy legs and 1 with rickets? Not a good idea, Don.
Well, I thought you might help me out.
Right now is not a good time to ask me about Bonnie, Don. Excuse me. Please.
Ah, Jack, fill that up for me, will you?
What are you doing standing there? Shouldn't you be over there grooming your star act?
There's a time to talk and a time to keep quiet, Jack.
We should explain some of that to one of my clientele there while you're at it. Have a word with our Vera.
What was that, Lo?
Nothing, my little swamp duck.
I think you should explain it. You obviously understand it very well, Jack.
Oh, I do that, Alec, I do that.
I spent the entire night choking Rita. The dressing room stunk. Should have had those air flight sick bags stuck on the back of the door. I couldn't warm up my voice, I daren't open my mouth, and when I got on stage it was even worse. It felt like I was singing in a chimney with all that smoke. And then when I woke up this morning, I felt like I'd gone to sleep in an ashtray.
Well, nobody would claim being a singer's the same as working in a health farm. At least, not at the outset.
Yeah, we can say that again.
But when you were up there singing, didn't you feel that tingle, that excitement?
Well, it wasn't boring.
Oh, more than that, though, surely, wasn't it?
Well, like what?
Well, when I got on that stage, I forgot everything. You know, the tacky backstage, the beer swilling, even the out-of-tune piano and the band dying of boredom. I used to stand there with butterflies in my stomach, and I'd be thinking, what am I doing here? I can't do this. And then suddenly, I'd look up into that spotlight, hear the first bars of the intro, then the song. And then suddenly, I'd be singing like I was somebody else, only somebody that I knew very well and somebody that I liked. And suddenly, I wasn't lonely. I missed the song, missed the singer. 'Cause I knew then I was in the right place. Problem was, not enough people felt the same way in my case. Did you feel any of that?
Well, it's better than being stuck in on your own, that's for sure.
That's not quite what I meant, Fiona.
I don't know, Rita. I just don't know.
Early days.
What are you up to?
Me, nothing.
So what do you need a checkbook for?
Because I'm making a check out, aren't I?
Auto?
Hilary Forrest, if you must. It was the horse money. Fred's coming in to collect it later.
Well, it's about time some of it were coming back to us, isn't it?
Oh, it will, it will.
Yeah, well, it better add, because it seems to me that Hilary Forrest is the only one that's getting out of it. She's on a good thing. £80 a month, and we've no to see for it. Anyway, don't let me hold you up. You wanted in the bar when you're finished with that.
Right. Lovey, if Don comes in, tell us I'll serve him.
Oh, you're welcome.
He's not a bad lad, he's Don, you know.
He's got a face on him to turn the milk these days. Talk about touchy.
Yeah, well, you just have to work a little bit harder at it, won't you?
Me?
Putting a smile on his face, that's what you're here for, keeping the punters happy. Yes, pal?
What's up, girlie?
Nothing, nothing.
Yes, there is. Now, are you not pleased I'm home?
Oh, of course I am, of course I am. It's got nothing to do with you, all right?
So there is something.
Yeah. If you must know, it's the square dealers.
The square dealers?
Shh. I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Trouble? What sort of trouble?
I was summoned before the inner rectangle, severely reprimanded and disciplined.
Well, what have you done?
Nothing. I was dropped in it, wasn't I?
Who by?
Jack and his big gob.
Yeah, but how?
Look, just forget about it now. You've asked me what the problem was and I've told you, all right?
Yeah, but if it's all over and done with, what are you worried about?
But it's not all over and done with, is it? I've got to pay the penalty.
What penalty?
The penalty of the 49 tasks.
Well, what the heck are they when they're at all?
I don't know, they haven't told me yet, but all will be revealed.
49 tasks? They could go on for weeks.
Months.
Oh, I don't believe this. Why don't you have a word with Jack?
I'm not allowed to speak to anyone, am I?
But nothing is worth getting yourself in this state for.
I've no option, have I?
Of course you have.
You don't understand how it works.
I don't care how it works. I care about you and I can see what it's doing to you. Now you just tell these square dealers that it wasn't your fault and you're not putting up with it. And if they don't like it, they can take a running jump.
Oh, a great career move that would be, wouldn't it? Considering it was my boss that got me in the first place.
Jack?
Yes, my turtle dove.
Don't you turtle dove me. In here.
Hey?
Now. You were up to summit. It were written all over your face. This cheque's made out for twice as much as what you said. Why are you paying over the odds, eh? Is this forest woman been giving you a workout and all?
Don't be daft.
So why?
Well, it's a sort of a loan.
A loan?
Oh, don't worry, we'll get it all back.
I know, have you been lending money to?
Vera, why not for once? Why not? Can't you just trust me?
Trust you with your track record. This is our money you're chucking away. Money we can't afford. Look, we need all our money for Tricia's divorce, because it won't be cheap, you know, so come on, tell us, what you up to?
It's Don's share and all. He can't afford to pay his whack this month.
He's what?
Oh, come on, Vera. He's a mate of mine. I mean, if I can't help out an old mucker.
Helping him out? Look, lending him money's not going to do him any good. You're just helping him to dig himself in deeper. And if it's that hard up, the first thing that's got to go is this share of the horse.
Oh, come on, Vera. You know how low he's been lately. I, for one, I'm not going to kick him out while he's down.
Well, neither am I. But look, I mean, this ain't going to get him out of trouble. He's got to help himself. Now, listen, if you don't tell him, I will.
No, I'm staying in.
Norris is in chair if you'd like a drink.
No, thanks. I'd better get home. You wanted to see me?
That's right. We've got some news for you.
Oh, news.
The 49 tasks.
Friday.
7:30.
At the lodge.
All will be revealed.
Not to me, it won't. Because I won't be there. Coming. This whole thing is getting ridiculous. It's affecting me, it's affecting me work, it's affecting my relationship with my wife.
You realise where this will leave you with the square dealers if you don't turn up. Not to mention Brother Eric. He's going to be very disappointed in you. I say very disappointed.
Literally.
Nobody likes a wasted journey.
Wasted weekend?
What are you going on about? Eric's in lower stuff until the end of next week.
That was his plan, certainly, but Brother Eric takes his square dealer's responsibilities very seriously, as I'm sure he expected you to do when he sponsored you. That's why he's coming down Friday.
Friday?
For the disclosure of the 49 tasks.
I dread to think what he'll make of this.
Rebellion.
Unbridled defiance.
You must have one heck of a drum to go to. I can't see much future for you at Furman's.
Friday. 7:30.
Look, Vera, last thing I want to do is cause trouble between you and Jack.
Well, stop asking him for handout then.
It's not an handout, it's just a temporary loan. I'm going to pay him back.
Well, that's no answer, is it? You're just piling more trouble on yourself.
Oh, go on, all right, then you put boot in a knot. I thought you'd understand. I mean, you know what it's like, you've been there.
Yeah, I do, and we had to do something about it, didn't we?
Yeah, well, it's not as easy as that, is it, Vera?
Well, you can do it if you put your mind to it.
Go on, then, tell me how.
Well, we took a lodger, didn't we, Curly? I mean, you can do the same. You've got a back room. I mean, that'd bring a few extra quid in a week.
A lodger?
Well, yeah.
I mean, suppose it don't work out.
Well, it did for us.
Yeah, but you knew, Curly. Different proposition having a complete stranger on your roof.
Look, how long do you reckon you can go around cap in hand, scrounging off your mates, eh?